if he like it and you like doing it, get the match, burn that dude. That man. You can't. Because at our wedding, my wife, you was late.
Listen. No, hold on. No, let's keep. I don't know.
Dating process, you know. So I know it's a lady. She ain't married, but her breath's so bad. I almost called the cops one time. Together, you know, if she eating a salad, you try you. Well, a lot of times you eat salad and I don't.
Of course not. No. Of course not.
But even further than that, how do you want your kids? How would you enforce education on your kids? I'm not mad at a B. A B, whew, you doing good, but she get that A.
I like to encourage them to let them know. Look, if you were able to get a B, you can push for that A. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Wedded Wednesdays. Here today with my husband and myself, David Wright, Janitha Wright. We're so excited to be back with you again, and today's topic that we're going to be sharing with you today will be household chores.
Yes, household chores.
Should the women only do the housework?
Not at all. And when we talk about household chores, you know, sometimes we can get in our mind what's a man's chore, what's a woman's chore. And, you know, what should the man do in the house, what should the women do in the house. And, you know, you gotta be careful with that, because chores, and especially even when you have children, I think chores are for children, but keeping the house is for adults. Chores are for the kids, but keeping the house is for the adults. Because I'm not going to be no grown man paying bills and talking about I got chores.
What do you mean chores is for the adults?
No, I said chores are not for the adults.
Oh, well,
keeping the house is for the adults.
Right.
Because it's hard to tell your husband you ain't do your chores today. Chores? No. So like, when a man is taking out the garbage, I don't think a man should look at it as a chore. Or when a woman is doing the dishes, I don't think a woman should look at it as a chore. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
And you know, like I just said, I would not have my wife. There's just some things I wouldn't have her do. I wouldn't have my wife change a tire on the side of the road. I wouldn't have my wife dragging garbage out to the road. I wouldn't have my wife taking garbage out to the street. I feel like as a man that I should do that, or one of my kids should do that. And you know, that's just where I am. And you know, everybody may be different. Some folks say, no, make that woman take that garbage out. You know, she put her pants on just like, no. There should be a difference in household duties. There should be a difference, because there's some things that my wife do in the house way better than me, and she don't even want me to do. She can't stand when I do dishes, but she say I don't do them the way she would do them.
Yeah, that's just true.
I got it. She say I don't do it. She can't stand when I clean or mop the floor, because she say I leave streaks in the floor. So that kind of stuff she'll do. But you know, I don't want her lifting big old garbage bags and tugging it down. We got a long driveway all the way down to the street, and our garbage can, they about 30 pounds. My wife ain't got no business doing that stuff. And when she does that stuff, I get upset. I'm like, yo, let me do that. You do something else. Let me do that. And we gotta look at that. You gotta set different things up in your marriage. What are we gonna do? And most of the stuff, the chores and things, you make your kids do some chores.
Right.
Make your kids do some. Teach them.
Yep. You have to teach them, because I was trained and brought up. Once I reached a certain age, I think my mother, I reached a certain age, and I remember being taught, even what they call knee babies.
Knee babies.
Remember just putting it in us. If you make a mess, even with the toys, okay, it's time to get the toys up. It's time to gather them up and go put them up. It started out with stuff like that. So I think it's important, when the children reach a certain age, that we instill the same values into them, or else, they would go out and live like peasants.
And when you have kids, you got to make sure they do what they supposed to. A chore, cleaning your room. Let me tell these kids something. Cleaning your room ain't a chore. That's your duty. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your room. Yes. That's your bed. Making your bed ain't a chore. A chore for kids is a household thing. For example, when I was growing up, my chore was to do the dishes. And my other brothers, there's 5 of us. Everybody else had a different chore. So really, all my mother had to do and my dad had to do was the major stuff. My father, I never seen him do nothing. He barely took the garbage out because he had 5 boys. He paid every bill in that house. He did that. But all that other stuff, changing the light bulbs and things like that, my brother Danny, and then I started doing that. My mom did what she did in the house. As far as what a woman does, a woman should want to keep a clean house.
Should want to.
A woman ought to want to. Any woman that don't keep a clean house, it says something about other things. If a woman don't keep a clean house, and her house is dirty and filthy and nasty, it's a lot of stuff underneath that's dirty and filthy and nasty.
What would that be?
A whole bunch of stuff. Her toenail probably ain't right. You can take it how you want to take it. A woman ought to want to keep a nice house, nice clean house, of course a man would too. But it's something different, and I hope I can say this. And you help me, please help me. It's something different from when a woman cleans and when a man cleans. Am I right on that?
You're right. But there are some men that know how to clean, like better than women.
Like me.
No. You do as much as you know how to do, but there are some men that really, really know how to clean. I don't know if grandma or whoever taught them, and then you got some men that have OCD, kind of like me, but I'm not gonna say that every man does not know how to clean.
You know what? I'm not gonna go.
Please don't. I already know. I'm already in your head.
All right, because you can't say some stuff around me, and I don't say something back.
Well, you just bring it on in.
I can't bring it in.
Yes, you will. We're gonna keep this moving.
All right. Well, I will say it anyway.
No, you're not. You're going to calm down. You're gonna bring that in. Control your flesh. Control your flesh.
I'm not gonna be no grown man walking around with no feather duster and no apron on and a feather duster in my mouth, clean all in the crevices. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna clean the best way. I'm gonna get a broom, I'll sweep and all that. No feather duster and all that stuff. No, all right.
What is wrong with a man using a feather duster to clean their
No,
home?
there's nothing wrong with that, but some men are too meticulous, and
What's wrong with that? Where you going?
I'm not going nowhere.
I told you not to go nowhere. You still trying. You easing over. You keep putting that foot, ahead of the other foot. You keep
I'm
going
not
and going
nowhere. But all my brothers, they ain't. We'll
just because a man is meticulous about his home and could possibly have been raised by his mother or whoever, could have been raised to be a clean person.
Now we're talking about a married man now,
okay,
with a wife.
But there are married men that are very meticulous about the care and the the structure and stuff for their home.
And spraying flowers, smell.
Some men have to get on their wives because they're so meticulous about the space in the home and the cleanliness in the home. They will go off on their wives if they're not too clean. I don't see nothing wrong with it. It doesn't necessarily mean that the man is going both ways. Because I know what you were thinking.
I didn't say it.
So let's keep that out of this, okay? We don't want no problems.
I didn't say that.
I don't want no problems, and I don't want nobody coming at me because I'm gonna come back at you. I'm that person. I will come back.
You have a point.
Okay, so we want to keep that out of this.
No, but you have a great point because some men may have grown up a certain kind of way and they are very meticulous in their cleaning and they may be better cleaners than their wives.
Yes.
So that's why this is important because no marriage is the same. On this, this is Wedded Wednesdays, and we got to realize that not every marriage is the same.
Right.
Some marriages, even when it comes to cooking, some marriages, the man is the chef of the house, and the wife may not be a cook. So you just got to get it together with the person you are. Look, you not, sweetie, you ain't so good at cleaning, so I'm gonna do the cleaning.
Mm-hmm. And you ain't so good at cooking, so I'm gonna do the cooking. That's what they put these, things in place. They do this, and it's like, and then we hear it a lot. But it works for us. This is what we do.
Absolutely.
This is our thing, and and this is how we balance out things for our house. We just don't do that. And some people are so locked in that, even if it is not right, I still say it because we've heard and we've encountered a lot of communication and a lot of talk with different couples of talking about certain things what they would do. I don't agree with a woman taking the garbage out. I don't agree with a woman having to change her own tire just because you know how to do it. Don't mean that you should or have to do it when you have a husband. And that's my thing. Some of these women, they've been doing this and they've been trained to do this for so long. And then when you get a man, you get a husband, you don't know how to stop and let him be the man. You don't know how to stop and just allow him to do what he needs to do. This is, I know you know how to change a tire, but hold off on that. If I become sick or if I become hospitalized and you got to get around and just by chance you get a flat on the way, to come see me in the hospital or whatever, then you do what you got to do, boo. But as long as I am a strong man and I'm an active man and I'm capable of changing the tire, taking out the trash and whatever, I need for you to back up. I need for you to take your place. I need for you to just chill out and allow me to do that because I don't want you taking out no trash. I don't want you changing the tires. Right. I don't want you getting out of your car pumping the gas. As long as I'm with you, that's not what you need to do. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely. And I get that you're independent, and although you got your husband, this is just a thing to do, but you need to fall back. That's a lot of y'all problem. Let me just pause here. That's a lot of y'all problems because y'all been trained by the women. Though I call them alpha females. Call them those alpha females. Just because you know how to do everything, I can consider myself at times of being an alpha, but I know when to chill out. I know when to back up. Because at the same time, my mother trained all of us, even my dad, how to be independent and how not to depend on anyone and that matter. But when it comes to you now being in a marriage, you have a strong man, you got a husband to do these things.
Yes.
Learn how to fall back. You ain't got to press you. He know you strong, boo-boo. He know you know how to get around and don't make him feel like he's not needed. Don't let him feel as if, okay, then you're not next thing you know, your man, your husband sitting back, well, she don't want me, she doing everything. What am I to do? She don't need me. Every time I tell her not to do it, she continues to do what I've asked her not to do, not realizing, not hearing me. and not understanding that bothers me as a man. Let the man be the man and fall back. It's okay. I know you ain't used to it. And some of y'all ain't used to a good man. Let me say that. I know you're not used to letting somebody do for you, but fall back, sweetheart. Fall back and let this man be a man. You need to fall back, because I don't want you sitting in front of me with them tears, them crocodile tears going down your face because you didn't want to fall back and you didn't want this man to be a man. So now you got to deal with what you created. Now you got a real situation on your hand now because you wouldn't let him be a man.
And I would like to say, I always say this, just because you can do something, don't mean you should do something. Because one time I was playing around and I was driving my car with my feet. So I can drive with my feet, but I got hands. So just because I can drive with my feet don't mean I should drive with my feet. And this has been another episode of Wedded Wednesday.
To be continued.
Yeah, we're going to come back on this. Household chores. What's for the man and what's for the woman and what's for the kids and what should we just come to decide who should do what and how they should do it. And everybody's different. Every marriage is different, but there are some standards that should be put in place. So thank you for joining us for Wedded Wednesdays. You can find us on YouTube at Wedded Wednesdays. And you can find us on Facebook Live or Facebook, and you can find us on Instagram, Wedded Wednesdays. We love y'all. God bless you. Peace.